We Happy Few was fucking awesome. I had heard about this shit, and I know that there was an open beta and all the shit that motherfuckers were playing, but I didn't get to see it until just now. And watching this trailer, watching this gameplay unfold, it reminded me of if Bioshock Infinite and a Stanley Kubrick film decided that they were gonna bump uglies, have a baby, and shit it out into the world of gaming. That's exactly what the hell we got, and I couldn't be happier. Seeing all of this, I was just like, dude, this is fucking fantastic. Look, first, you're a pencil pusher that is sitting at your regular ass 9-to-5 office job, sitting in your little cubicle, wishing for impending death because you hate what you're doing. And then all of a sudden, you start seizing up and tripping out, and I'm assuming just a bunch of fucking traumatic flashbacks are going through the main protagonist's head. Then all of a sudden, you get interrupted in your ass if you're taking your joy. Are you taking your joy? Because you don't want to be a downer in this game, and the joy essentially just keeps everybody hopped up like they're on some kind of fucked up crystal meth or PCP. So, if you're not taking that, they're gonna suspect, oh shit, you're not one of us. Not one of us. Not one of us. So, if the Candyman comes around and is offering you a bag of goodies, in this society, this closed-off society, well, you want to go and try to fit into the norm. If not, then, well, you're going to have to deal with the impending bullshit that this dude is going to. And you make your way around the entire office building, and it's fucked to hell and back, really messed up. You hear lots of inner monologues and just him talking out loud. And then all of a sudden, you see, oh, everybody's there having a grand old time, wearing masks and beating the shit out of a piñata. Why don't you have a whack at it? Turns out it's not a piñata, and you were tripping fucking balls, and it turns out it was an animal. Blood's going everywhere, because I thought, wow, what the fuck's inside that piñata? It wasn't a piñata. Twist! And before that, there was some dude who cornered another person, and he was wearing, like, a little fucking anonymous looking mask and shit. And yes, I know it's not anonymous who made the fucking mask, but you know, fuck off with all that shit. It's a Guy Fawkes mask. But anyway, he corners him, grips him up, and then stabs him and injects him with some shit. And then dude's all like, oh, I'm good. I'm finally good. So this seems like one of those places where they're trying to go and control you with substances and all sorts of other shit. You hear all this stuff going off and being said over the intercom. There is some big ass projector just saying, you know, oh man, you need to go and take all this medicine, take all these pills, get in line and be this way. Essentially an extremely controlled society where everybody is just scared shitless to not be that way because they already know that other motherfuckers might be watching, they might be judging, they might tell somebody, and they might beat me to death. And then you just start running for your fucking life after you realize, yeah, this ain't cool. And they're like, oh my god, he's a downer. And they start chasing you down. They're all wearing these crazy ass masks that all look like you're kind of like a mime with big fucking crazy ass gargoyle like grins. And they're just trying to beat the shit out of you. In seeing this, the gameplay from the beta that I've also watched, it kind of reminded me of Condemned a little bit. If anybody had played Condemned 1 and 2, you might get the same exact feeling that I did. Because this also has a lot of stealth elements that are tossed into it. So, you got an aesthetic appeal of Bioshock Infinite, you got the Stanley Kubrick mindfuck type of society and overall just foundation for what the world is, and then you have gameplay that's reminiscent of something like Condemned, and then you know, you're able to go and pick up all sorts of doodads here and there and put into your inventory and start creating things. And, I mean, tons of games go and do that, so there isn't exactly one game that can be like, oh, it reminds me of this, because lots of games have systems like that, where you're just creating weapons and items. Like, if you go around and you find water, for example, like, the water might have joy inside of it, and that's obviously gonna fuck you up, and I'm assuming that there's gonna be some sort of negative effects that'll happen to you if your joy level gets too high. Maybe it'll kill you, or maybe it'll just, like, fuck up the gameplay extremely. Either way, though, you have to go and purify that shit. But watching this, it made me want to have this game, like, fucking immediately, right now. And I just liked it. I mean, it was very dark, like, extremely dark. And at the same point, everything was kind of colorful and happy on the surface. And I like when there's something that's just polar opposites blended together seamlessly, like this. I mean, it worked. It worked very well, and I want to get this shit. I want to get this shit as soon as possible. And again, I know that they have the open beta and all that crap for it, but I want a final product. I want to go and play this like the way that it's meant to be played. So, this was, for me, this along with, like, Dead Rising 4 were, like, my two highlight titles out of the bunch. I mean, there's a lot of other cool shit there, like, seeing Scalebound, I was like, fuck yeah! But those two, like, just above and beyond were my favorite titles that I've seen, but I've got to get this shit, so be happy if you, yeah, you're on my list, I'm going to get this, but for all of you out there, did it look interesting? Did you not really give a shit? Does it look like it's trying too hard to be like the Bioshock series and isn't standing on its own 2 feet? Do you think it might be, well, the shit and the next big thing that's going to be coming out? Because truth be told, I don't think we're getting any more Bioshock games after all the stuff that had happened with Bioshock Infinite. They had disbanded the group and just, oh, fucking hell. That stuff's heartbreaking because I love all the Bioshock games a whole lot, and yes, I know their origins and all that shit, but We Happy Few looks like it's going to be its own thing, just borrowing here and there. Either way, opinions, thoughts, feelings, it's E3. I'm going to have a lot of fucking videos recorded, so yeah. I need to go and hop to that. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers game the fuck on! And don't be a downer. We'll come and bludgeon you.